Lakini uko sawa. Umevaa heavily poa.
Mugire ukikata hii simu
Tasnia ya wanahabari nchini Kenya ni sekta ambayo inayokuwa kwa kasi ambayo inakuwa na
hakuna yule ambaye anataka kuja mbele, lakini baada ya hatua kadhaa pale ndio sasa utaona nani ambaye angependa, nani ambaye ana ari, nani ambaye anawania fedha zile ambazo zina shindaniwa hapa katika mbio hizi ambazo nilikueleza hapo awali zimeingia katika makala yake. Mbio hizi zimeingia awamu yake ya pili, mbio ambazo zimeandaliwa rasmi kutoka katika kaunti hii ya 028, kaunti ya Elgeyo Marakwet, kaunti ambayo mji wake mkuu ni mji wa Iten. Mji wa Iten kuna majina makubwa ambayo yamechipuka kutoka katika mji huu wa Iten. Tunazungumzia majina kama Wilson Kipsang, Abel Kiroi, David Rudisha, Edna Kiplagat, Mary Keitani. Ni baadhi ya majina ambayo yamechipuka, na kuna mwanariadha kigogo jina tajika ambaye Chororget, eneo hili la Chororget sana nyumba ya kigogo kutoka katika alitambo sana hivi Kiptum bado lipo katika vinywa vya wengi. Huyu bwana Kelvin Kiptum kutoka katika eneo hili la kijiji Chororget bwana makubwa kutoka katika kijiji hiki cha Chororget. Manake hatua chache kutoka hapo katika kijiji cha Chororget, mita chache tu ndio nyumba, ndio makazi, ndio mji wa kigogo Kelvin Kiptum, mshikilizi wa mbio za dunia za marathon. Alivunja rekodi hivi majuzi, tunazungumzia mwezi wa Oktoba, si mbali sana bwana, mwezi wa Oktoba za Chicago, mbio za Chicago Marathon kule Marekani, kwa muda wa masaa 2 na sekunde 35. Kwa hivyo Kelvin Kiptum ndio moto wa kotea mbali, ndio kigogo duniani, ndio mshikilizi wa rekodi ya dunia katika mbio za marathon, na katoka katika eneo hili la mji huu wa Iten, haswa kijiji cha Chororget. Kwa hivyo tutakuwa tunaangazia tu baadhi ya maeneo, tukipita eneo fulani tutakueleza historia na mambo kama haya, usio mji wa Iten. Ukiangalia historia yake katika riadha, mji huu hutumika sana
CAS International Marathon. Apologies, we had some technical hitches in the morning due to some network challenges, but we are ready to go. Remember, the 42 kilometers, both for men and women, was flagged earlier on. Hassan Juma was at the start line, and of course, we continue with the coverage. The second edition of the Iten International Marathon. The big question being who will emerge as the winner of the second edition of the CAS Marathon. Are we going to see the defending champion, that is Samuel Naibei, and Caroline Chepchirchir, retain the title, or we are going to have someone else take over as the new champions? Remember, Samuel Naibei set a new course record of 2 hours, 8 minutes and 43 seconds, while Caroline Chepchirchir had 2 hours, 28 minutes and 33 seconds on the first edition, which remains as the course record. Joining me in commentary is Jonathan Komen, a legend when it comes to athletics, and Stephen Ruto, and we'll be taking you through this course to the finish line to see who will come out as the winner of the second edition of the Iten International Marathon. Welcome, Komen and Steve. How are you doing, Komen?
I'm doing good, Robinson. I'm doing good.
Yes, of course. This is an area when you talk about Iten International Marathon. We are in Elgeyo Marakwet County number 28 in Kenya, a county that is known as the County of Champions. Komen, what do you have to say about Elgeyo Marakwet County?
Oh, one. When we talk of Elgeyo Marakwet County, we remember very well its headquarters is Iten, which is ranked as the world's athletics training center in the world. It's slightly better than St. Maurice in Switzerland. And then again, this is a region that has produced some of the best athletes in the world over the years since 1964, when the late Kiprugut Chuma won bronze medal in 800 meters at the Tokyo Olympic Games. We've been athletes from this region have been excelling so much, both from right from 800 to marathon. Yeah.
Yes, Steve. Of course, the 10 kilometers road race about to begin. We are waiting for that to be flagged off in a bit. And remember, Iten is one of the areas or the towns in the world that is known for its athletics heritage, as Komena said. Your thoughts?
Remember, Iten was awarded the World Athletics Plaque in 2020.
Yes.
Because of its potential, and it's a high altitude area that is the most sought after training base across the world. Many athletes train here, both local and international athletes are training here because it's the best. It has the best climate to produce the best athletes in the world. So it has produced a good number of athletes. Remember, here at St. Patrick's is a training camp manned by top coaches such as Brother Colmo Connell. So they have produced the best. Talk of Ibrahim Hussein, who won Boston several times, 3 times I think, and New York, and many other athletes who are now legends. So this is one of the best training bases in the world.
Yes, one of the best training bases in the world, and as you rightfully said that you know, Iten was awarded the World Athletics Heritage Plaque for its contribution to athletics in the world, and Iten is you know, known as a mecca of athletics. I remember it's all about the second edition of the Iten International Marathon, the 10 kilometers race about to be flagged off in just a little bit, and we'll be taking you through this journey to see who comes out as the winner of the second edition of the Iten International Marathon. Remember, last year we did not have the 10 kilometer. It has been introduced into this year's race, and the winners of the 10 kilometers race will be pocketing 100,000 Kenya shillings, with the second runners up pocketing 75,000 Kenya shillings, and the third place finishers with 50,000 Kenya shillings. And the 42 kilometers will have the winners taking 1 million, The second place finishes with 750,000, and the third place finishes taking home 500,000 Kenya shillings. And the 10-kilometer race has just begun. Of course, the battle to be the first, the winner of the 10 kilometers has officially begun. We'll be waiting to see who will take home that 100,000 Kenya shillings. But remember, also our eyes will be on the 42 kilometers, the men and women's marathon, full marathon, to see who will take over from Samuel Naibei and Caroline Chepchirchir. Remember, these two won the first edition, so as it stands of now, they hold the course record. And on your screen, as you can see right now, the women's full marathon on the right of your screen currently going on, and on the left of your screen it's the 10-kilometer race that is going on. So we are monitoring that to see who will come out as the winners. Remember, last year we had Samuel Naibei as the winner. Joshua Kogo was the second placed best finisher, and Albert Kangogo took the third position. On the women's side, coming in after Caroline Chepchirchir was Susie Chemaimak and Mary Kipkemo in the second and third places respectively. That was about last year. This year it's a totally new race. Komen, this year the course was a bit, changed, just a little, very few tweaks to the course, and we are being told that the start is at an altitude of 2,700 meters, and they come to finish at an altitude of 2,300 meters. How easy or how difficult will this be for the athletes?
You see, Robinson.
Yes.
This sort of marathon is quite different from the marathons you've seen all over the world. All I can say is that Iten starting at 2,400 meters above sea level is just same as the Mexico Marathon, which is one of the high altitude marathons in the world. You see again, this is a course that is attaching two sub counties. That is the Keyo North and the Keyo South, and also on the edge of two counties. That is Wasingishu and Elgeyo Marakwet. So I think the sort of altitude is will not allow athletes faster times. That is what we must agree in the first place. Even the course record, given the weather conditions, might not be that very easy for athletes, especially women, to run 2:28 as they did last year. It is not that easy. In my prediction, I think they are going to do maybe 2:30, 2:32 given the fact that the wintry conditions and very cold conditions here are not very good at the moment.
Steve, it was very foggy in the morning, which I want to imagine made the race organizers to push the race, like 30 minutes before they scheduled a start time. Probably, could you feel that could affect the athletes, probably psychologically, and how they were prepared?
The foggy conditions and the low temperatures were anticipated, Robin.
Yes.
Because of the current ongoing rains. So it was anticipated, and in fact, last week when Samuel Naibei was asked whether he was going to break that record because he's here to defend the title, he was non-committal, because he said that will depend on the weather conditions today. And we saw the foggy conditions and very cold temperatures as low as 11 degrees Celsius, which may not be favorable for a fast race. So we, like Comment said, it might be slower this year. Because remember last year, Naibei running 2:08.
Yes.
2:08. Yes. It was a very fast race.
Yes.
Looking at the altitude. And